so honored to have you with us, and we would not go through this program without having you to come and greet us today. Come on, let's receive our governor.
It's on.
Well, God is good, and it is good to be here. Thank you all for having me. It is my pleasure. Let's have a big round of applause for the First Lady, for the President's Cabinet, for Pastor Johnny Green, for Pastor Renee Washington, who's here today. You know, it is Renee Washington's 19th anniversary as a senior pastor the other day. Let's give her a round of applause. I know it's hard to believe, but she started very young. Actually, in the first grade, they caught her preaching in the girls' bathroom. Let's give a big round of applause to Pastor Frank Crawford. Pastor Taylor, thank you for what you've done for the state, and congratulations. Assemblywoman Inez Dickens, God bless you for your public service. And to President Reverend Carl Washington, we thank you for your energy, your wisdom, your effort, but most of all, we thank you for your leadership. That's what you represent to all of us. The Reverend took over. He was the 13th president. Now, that doesn't sound like a lucky number, 13th president. And he faced unprecedented challenges during his tenure. But he rose to the occasion, and he delivered for all of us, and we honor you, sir, and we respect you, sir, and we applaud you, and we thank you. To all my friends here today, our relationship has always been special. Both my father and myself have always had the highest level of support from the black community. Higher level than even Italians. Go figure that. I don't know what that is. But the good news is the strength of our relationship allowed us to do good things for the people we serve. And it allowed us to get actual progress made for people that made a difference in their lives, because that's what this is all about. That's what the government is trying to do. That's what the church is trying to do, help raise people up. And we did that. We did that when we raised the minimum wage to the highest level in the United States of America. We did that when we closed more prisons than any administration in history and opened more alternatives to incarceration. We did that when we raised the MWBE standard to the highest level in the United States of America. Thank you, Johnny Green and Reverend Washington, for your support. Now, the bad news is this. The bad news is this society is so divided today that it has polarized the politics and it has paralyzed our government. And at the same time, we have real problems that need to be addressed. You're going to see anti-Semitism increasing with what's going on in Israel. You see racism increasing. You see it more belligerent, more obnoxious, more in your face than ever before. You see crime on the rise. 70% of the victims of crime are black and brown and poor. Those are our people who are victims of crime. Now in New York City, on top of it all, you have the migrant crisis. 130,000 migrants in New York City. 130,000, and still coming. And now somehow it's New York City's problem. Last time I checked, federal government was in charge of immigration, right? They're running the border. They're letting people in. Where's the federal government to help New York City? Where's the state government to help New York City? Last time I checked, New York City was still part of New York State. I don't know if something happened that I missed along the way. Maybe they seceded. But Mayor Adams is right. It is killing New York City. So we have problems and we have a paralyzed government. And that means this congregation needs to do more than ever before. Now, we know you can. We know you have the capacity. We know that faith-based partnership works. But if you have a paralyzed government and they're not going to make the progress, the only possible instrumentality of change and progress is going to be you. It's going to be the church. And you can do it. We have seen you do it. I know what you're capable of. Matthew 7 says, when you build, build upon the rock. And the church is the rock of the community. The church can do it. Just let government provide the resources. But your capacity, I'm talking, but I'm afraid they're going to come out with the hook there with all those warnings after 5 minutes. But if I gave him 36 years in state service, I dare him to come out and pull out that hook. Yeah, that's right. That's right. A pension will do that. Pension will do that. Because it keeps coming. Your capacity is virtually unlimited, and you have proven that. If you ever doubt that, just remember what we did during COVID, what we did during the greatest crisis in the nation when we were left on our own. The President of the United States was too busy drinking Clorox to help anybody do anything. There's a warning on the Clorox bottle. It says you drink Clorox, it'll turn you orange. I guess he didn't read that. But what we said, what we said in New York is we're on our own, but that's okay, we will handle it. And we're going to make sure that we serve every New Yorker, regardless of income or race or color or creed. And you stepped up, and your churches became healthcare facilities. That's where we literally administered the shots in the arms. That's where we did the pop-up facilities. You administered the vaccines. You administered the shots. You saved lives during COVID. And nobody had ever thought that anyone could do anything like that. You can take that capacity and strength and build on it. We know we have trouble with public schools. We have the same public schools failing year after year after year. We have condemned generations of children to go to the same public school that failed their father and their mother and their brother and their sister, and we have no answer. Well, you know what? If the failing school is going to fail another generation, do something different. Let's try charter schools and have an alternative in the community that actually can give a chance to the next generation. You can do that. We have an affordable housing crisis. You don't need a fancy housing developer to come in. You are in the best place to do the housing redevelopment in your community. You can do it. Faith-based partnerships work. We just need more resources from government. And we need you to rise up and do it. Yes, we ask people to have hope. But making progress builds that hope like nothing else. Proverbs 13, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. My brothers and sisters, I have been there with you. I have been in the trenches. I believe in you. I know what you can do because I have seen what you can do. I know you can change lives. I know you can improve the future. I know it in my heart. I know it in my soul. I know it in my mind because I have seen you do it. And I know you can rise to this occasion because I have seen you rise before, and I will be there with you every step of the way. God bless you.